up, guys? It's your girl, Ariza, licensed clinical social worker, your test prep guru, your coach, whatever you want to call me. I'm the one that's going to help you pass that exam. So today, this video is a little bit different. I want to kind of delve into some changes that are coming up in 2026. I know we're in 2025. So most of you are wondering, like, why should we care about 2026? Because some of you might not be taking your exam until then. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you some changes that are coming up just so you can prepare yourself, or if you're in the process of supervision, you know what to expect, and maybe you'll be testing sometime that year. Either way, your girl want to make sure you have all the updates, all the information you need so you can be successful. And in addition to this, if you're in my course, you don't even gotta worry about it. That's my job. I'm gonna make sure that the course is updated consistently, so it makes sure it's understandable. Is that a word? Yeah, I think it is. So that way you can understand what's going to be on the exam, the concepts that are going to be there, what you're going to be looking into, how the test is going to change, and if you need to study something different, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do is jump in and share my screen, because I know you guys like to use all of your learning processes. You want to see me, you want to hear me, and then you want to be able to print or hold the information in your hand. Whatever it is, I'm doing it for you. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And as I do so, I'm going to jump into, like I shared before, all the changes that are coming up. And you don't got to worry about it just yet. But, you know, some of this stuff is pretty good. I must say so myself. All right. So what's changing in 2026? I'm going to go over some things. First, the content areas are changing. Yes. Instead of the 4 content areas, the exam will have 3. This is 6. I'm going to move one hand. 3 broader categories to make it more clearer. So right now you have the 4 sections of human development, you have the assessment, you have the interventions, you have the ethics. Now they're changing that and they're just going to make it into 3. Now, the reason they're doing this is because they want to reduce the redundancy and help you focus on applied knowledge. So this is something they're doing for actually you. So let me go over what the possible 3 categories are going to be. Human development, diversity and behavior and environment. They're keeping that bad boy. So all the stuff you learned about Maslow and Erickson and Freud and, you know, all of that stuff, you're going to continue to have to know it. And then they're going to change the assessment and intervention planning. I like that. That's like one section. So you're still going to have to know those diagnoses. You're still going to have to know the treatment plan and how to intervene and all that good stuff. And then the last part is going to be interventions and professional ethics. Yes, more ethics. Those of you that in my course or in the community, you know I always say ethics first. So it's not a week that's going to go by that you're not going to be hit with a case study or some questions on ethics, because ethics is hella important. Not just for the exam, but just as a social work in general. We got to know what we can do and what we can't do. So now the ethics is going to be even more emphasized in the exam. So make sure you study it now so you be way more prepared. Even if you're testing this year, in a few years, you could be supervising somebody else. So you want to make sure you're really good and knowledgeable in these content areas. All right, so what does this mean for you? Less memorization, which we don't go for that anyway in the elite program, but more critical thinking and application. And we are already doing that. So you guys are set. Stronger focus on ethics in real world scenario. Oh my goodness, I'm loving these changes. And need to update your study materials. So if you're using a program or a course, likely they're going to be keeping their information updated. If you have a book or something that you've been utilizing, normally that book is probably going to be a little outdated, but the people who purchased the book, well, created the book or published the book, they're going to update the materials. But it's really good, guys, when you invest in a course or a program, because it's that person's responsibility to keep everything updated. So you just go on the course and do what you do, but everything is already updated so it reflects the changes that are here. The biggest change, applied knowledge statements. What is that? Right now, some of you know there's something called the KSAs, and that is knowledge, skills, and abilities. It's a framework that is used by the ASWB to tell you what you need to study and what you need to have knowledge of when it pertains to the exam. That is being replaced with applied knowledge skills. Applied knowledge statements. Yes, so not knowledge, skills, and abilities. Now they're going to be doing applied knowledge statements. So instead of just knowing concepts, you'll be tested on how you're going to actually apply the concepts. So lots and lots of application, guys. Lots and lots of application. We got to be ready for it. So you can expect more case-based questions that require you to think through interventions. And you want to practice clinical reasoning. You just don't want to memorize. And we don't do that over here anyway. But that's just what you got to know. Ethics is more important than ever. The NASW Code of Ethics is now an even bigger part of the exam. Right now, it's about 19% on the LCSW exam and a little bit higher for the LMSW exam, but I'm sure that percentage is going to go up if there's only 3 more categories. So therefore, you're going to see ethics everywhere. Ethics, ethics, ethics. Yes. So expect questions on clients' rights and confidentiality, dual relationships and boundaries, mandatory reporting and ethical decision-making. How to prepare? Know the code of ethics inside and out. Don't just memorize, and know how to apply the code of ethics. Practice ethic-based studies. So those of you that in the course, make sure you're constantly studying those case scenarios and case studies that I'm throwing at you or putting in the program. It's actually a whole section with just case studies on ethics. Are you studying for the LCSW or LMSW exam? Don't waste time on the wrong prep. Try my test prep program for free with a full module that gives you the real strategies, the real practice, and real results. Plus, you get access to my exclusive test prep community where you'll find support, study material, and accountability. No risk, no stress, just results. Click the link in the bio so you can get ready to win with a winning team. And even those of you that are joining the course, I just want to say thank you. So many of you are not only joining the course, but you're also joining my free community. I gotta put a plug in it for the community, guys, because I'm telling you, they in there answering questions. They keeping your girl busy. I'm throwing questions left and right, and they're answering it, and it's just growing. I remember a few weeks ago, it was like 3, 4, 5 people. Now we up in the double digits and stuff. So I'm really excited for those of you that have decided to invest in yourself, even on the level of just joining the community, because I don't care what you do. If you're with me, I'm gonna help you get through this exam and do what you need. So make sure that you're practicing those ethical questions, making sure you're staying up to date on it, because I don't want you memorizing. I want you to know the ethics. And if you check this video, you'll see that there's some little videos that I've done before on ethics. I've done a whole ethics section, but trust me, I'm going to be throwing ethics at you guys left and right. So be prepared and be ready, because more is coming. All right. When do these changes take effect? 2025, that is the year we're in now. Some of you might be watching this video in 2028, 2029, 2030, 2035. I mean, hopefully these videos are forever, they're evergreen, so they should be. But in 2025, the ASWB will set new passing standards based on diverse social work input. So there's been a group of social workers that they have selected to be a part of this group that is deciding what are the new passing standards when it comes to the exam. So that's some big changes that are coming up this year, guys. But in 2026, the new ASWB exam blueprint is going to officially launch. So all the stuff that I'm talking about, that's going to go in effect in 2026. So you got to be prepared for it. What does this mean? If you're taking an exam in 2025, still follow the current format, baby. Ain't nothing changing. But if you're testing in 2026 or later, you must study for the new blueprint. So how this applies to you. Some of you guys are actually testing for the LMSW exam. However, in a year or two, if you start supervision after you pass this exam, you'll be taking the LCSW exam. So these changes are relevant to you because you're going to be taking the exam again, or another type of exam where these changes are going to be in effect. If you're taking the LCSW exam this year, you still need to know about 2026 changes, because likely in a few years you'll be supervising people and these changes will impact them. So as you can see, this affects all of us as social workers, but it's good stuff, guys. So don't look at it as like, oh my God, another change. It's good stuff. All right, so how are you going to stay ahead? If you're testing in late 2025 or early 2026, make sure your study materials are covering both the old and the new format. If you're in a test prep course or program, you don't have to worry about that, because normally the makers of the course and the programs keep things up to date. They do their due diligence, so you don't have to do that as well. And then you also want to focus on case-based and applied knowledge practice. That is what you want to do. How to prepare for the 2026 exam? Update your study plan. Use case studies to strengthen applied knowledge. Focus on ethics and professional boundaries. I got you. Take mock exams. That is hella important. In my course, I have so many quizzes and questions that I'm just bombarding you. Boom, 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 boom. I want to make sure that you truly understand and that you're able to sit down and take lots of questions at a certain period of time. So when you're sitting there taking that 170 question exam, you're not overwhelmed and just stressed because you haven't practiced and you don't have that rhythm and that routine of constantly answering questions back to back to back to back, and then having that time click, click, click right on the side of you. So that is the purpose of taking these mock exams, so you can understand what to do. The mock exams are going to actually test your decision-making skills, not just facts. So again, a lot of times we focus on them recall questions, and you get a few of those here and there, but as you can see, the exam is moving to more of an applied base. So it's going to be application. That is one of the types of questioning. So you guys know it's recall, reasoning, and application. Right now, you can see the exam is moving to more of a reasoning and an application-based style. So definitely keep that in mind. Some of the best resources to utilize would be the NASW Code of Ethics. Yes, you can Google it, guys. Go to NASW Code of Ethics. You go to the website. You can download the newest Code of Ethics. Those of you in the course, I have it right there on you. Just click the link and it'll take you right there. And the ASW 2026 Blueprint, that is on the official website of ASWB. I'll try to share my screen and show you guys that as well. And of course, my test prep program. I mean, we getting real world practice for updated exam. The link is in the bio. So check it out so you guys can be prepared. You'll understand what it is. I also put a link to the 2026 Blueprint instead of sharing it on the screen, because you guys need to be able to go to it and see it yourself. Again, I hope this video was helpful. I try to go ahead and crank it out. I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, you're talking so fast. That's just the New Yorker in me. I'm trying to slow it down. I've been in VA for a long time, so I should be able to talk a little bit slower. But I don't know if you know or not, but YouTube has this cool feature, most videos do, where you can slow it down and I can talk really slow so all the people can understand me. Or like me, I speed it up. My videos like, oh my God, they're super fast. So it's up to you guys. The sky is the limit and you are in control of however you want things to be for you, even including how fast I talk. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Make sure you do so on purpose. Make sure you share this video with a friend. I know you know somebody that's a LMSW or LCSW or working towards either one of them, maybe even a BSW. Because actually what I did not share in this video, and I apologize, that this changing is taking place across the board. Yes, doesn't matter what exam you're taking, it's across the board. So I didn't specify LCSW, LMSW, or anything, because it's going to be across the board. These are the changes that they're making. So make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're ready. Click the link in the bio, guys. At the very least, join the community so I can talk to you one-on-one, connect, answer any questions you have, help you, because some of you are getting ready to test like really soon. And I want to make sure you're prepared. Even if I just got to give you a little bit of motivation. You got this. See you in the next one.